Hello Forza fans! I have plenty of examples of the AI doing dumb things like this, where the car is just ramming into me that just spam me around. They'll randomly brake for no good reason. In fact, they'll do this in a lot of corners. They'll even do it on straights. This brake check on the Kemmel straight at Spa is basically premeditated murder in my opinion. They'll frequently overdrive themselves off the track, as we're about to see at Barcelona. But wait a second, am I being too hasty? Maybe these are just isolated incidents. We need to test the AI at the highest difficulty level over a long race of single driver endurance. 36 laps here should see my Honda S2000 level up from 28 to the mighty 50. So as ever, I'm willing to put myself through personal pain on this channel in the name of scientific research. I'll fuel for half the race, so I'm forced to take a pit stop, and we'll see how we stack up in an unmodified, untuned Honda S2000. I've cut out as much as I can here, so just settle in as we get going, and I'll pretty much just freestyle the important bits. Now most races in Forza are much shorter than this, so this is the bit of the race you're normally watching out for and the bit of the race you normally experience. This is the start of the race. I was sort of mid-pack, normally likes to start you in about 12th position, and there's various cars of different makes. Some are slightly more powerful than the car I'm in, some slightly less powerful I think. But our main focus is just to see if we can race the AI fairly. Now, you get a bit of a bash there from one running wide, and we seem to get a car there that has driven itself off the track. So already we've seen two of the main criteria of what makes Forza's AI not particularly good over a short race distance. Because when you're trying to race closely like this, look, they've lifted off way early there. I managed to get the move done on the outside. I don't think we come into contact this time, so it's pretty clean, but you never really know what you're going to get. And when I stick it down the inside here, which is going to become the outside on lap 2, they sort of stick around there, you see the arrow, but I just about get the job done. I think they run alongside me momentarily and then drop back as we get going down the straight. So already on lap 2 I'm up to 6th. On lap 6, you'll see here that 2nd, 3rd and 4th all pretty much trip over each other, go super slow, and this is an uphill section, so because I didn't lose any momentum and I caught them on the corner exit, I basically just fly up straight into 2nd place. But as you notice, I've lost 17 seconds on the leader already, and as this race progresses, it seems pretty clear that the car behind me is pretty much on my pace, and it's actually racing me here. It's overtaken. I didn't take too kindly to that, and I wanted to overtake quickly. So we get it done on the outside here, and we don't get hit. I don't hit them. It's all pretty clean. But now we're 20 seconds behind the leader. And as you see, we've skipped all the way forward to lap 18 here. And that car, WT699, remember the name, it's not them, it's their Drivatar version, but it's still important. So as I come in for my pit stop at the halfway stage of this race, they are right there within a second of me, and I was 20 seconds roughly behind the leader. So as we come out of the pits, it's lap 19 now, and I'm in 4th place. I'm going to be about 12 seconds ahead of BPM Nick. By the way, subscribe to his channel. This, again, is the Drivatar version of him, so sorry if they're doing you a disservice, mate, but he's got a great channel over there. And now, I could zoom in on this section, but I want you to see how I'm driving and the lap number and all the other details, so I'm just going to point up here. It's really important, look, that you start looking up here as the race progresses. We're only 2 laps out of the pits. We were 30 seconds behind on exit. It's already 20 seconds to the leader, so something is happening. It's fallen to 19. Watch P3 here. There was 17 seconds ahead of me. It suddenly drops to 13, 12.9. Look at that. So there's something that's causing time to just drift away like mad. Look at it again. I'm going to keep the arrow up here as long as we need it. This is a slightly longer section, but you'll see, look, the time is creeping away again, and I'm catching them up as we come through the last section of lap 22. So I'm only 4 laps out of the pits. Watch how WT699, who was running exactly on my pace, was under a second behind me after 18 laps. In just 4 further laps has fallen to 8.3 ahead of me and hasn't even pitted yet. The leader's 15.3. Look at this, creeping down, down, down. WT699 now down to under 5 seconds. So there's something going on, and I'm not sure if there are any prizes for guessing what it is as I catch the cars here, but you'll probably start to see, and congratulations if you guessed. The channel's not quite big enough for any prizes right now, but if you do enjoy this video and enjoy race highlights and other Forza deep dives and experiments like this, by all means consider subscribing to the channel. I'll appreciate it a lot. So on lap 23 then, I'm 5 laps out of the pits, and I'm already 1.5 seconds behind WT699, who was under a second behind me for the whole of the opening laps of this race up to lap 18 when I pitted. We go into the braking zone here for the final corner. They get completely, well, just get it completely wrong. They get a better exit than me, but it's absolutely amazing. And as we skip ahead to the end of the straight, I've got a bit of slipstream and I overtake them. So now you're about to see the problem. I was 6 seconds behind P2. I get a collision in my side. Well, WT699 is the yellow car. So this car that's racing me now, that's a lapped car. And congratulations for guessing if that's precisely the reason you gave for why the leaders are losing so much time. Basically, this is a lap car as well, in the blue Honda. And it is effectively racing me, so I'm having to give it everything I've got up the hill here just to outbrake it, like I would with a regular overtaking move. The time the AI loses because there are no blue flags, the AI have no idea whatsoever what position they're in, what position their opponents are in, whether they're blocking, who they're fighting, if they're holding up leaders, if they're holding up genuine opponents they're fighting for position. There is just no knowledge of this at all. This is the kind of thing that you would normally just not really know about, because Forza, yes, it does allow you, I think, to pick up to 999 laps or something, but most of the online multiplayer races, you know, you're going to be doing something like as low as 3 laps in some series, and maybe on some of the shorter tracks you might be going as high as like 20 laps absolute maximum, but that's on a shorter circuit as well, so you're much less likely to get any of this sort of stuff manifest itself, so you're just not going to see it. So as you'll see now on lap 25, so we've still got 11 laps to go, I've caught up this Mazda MX-5. They get royally screwed over in that corner by the green car that they're looking to lap, and I take that position. I then get the slipstream, and it allows me just to stay ahead. So now none of the cars around me have pitted, but I'm back up to second just 10 laps after I pitted. I only took fuel, I didn't take tyres, and then once again just watch the time ticking away. The ZQYM, their Drivatar version. Apologies if this is a bad representation of you once again. These are all people I've raced with. It takes the names for the AI races. And as you'll see, there's a group of cars ahead there that I'm approaching, and the time is just creeping away. So we were around 7 seconds. Now we're around 5 seconds, look. And it suddenly just drops down, and it's down to 2 seconds. Just 1 lap later, 1.5 seconds, 1 second. And I'm having to contend with all this lap traffic, and so is the leader of this race, who hasn't even pitted. So I've decided I'm now only 1.5 seconds behind. I'm going to hang around for a minute and see the problem in action and see exactly what is going on, because I've also, as you might notice here, pulled out 20 and 30 seconds ahead of third and fourth. Oh look, what a surprise. The 3 of them trip over each other into corner there, and we get the absolute classic brake check that the AI often give us. It was the first time it happened in this race, but always nice to see it make an appearance. So I'm right behind the leader now, 0.5 seconds, and I just want to see what's going on. Once again, they overslow massively for Cheetah there, and as we go into the last corner, it thinks about overtaking the lap traffic, look, but no, has to overslow. It gets blocked off in the corner and just gets completely screwed over and falls into my grasp, but I want to hang around behind as long as possible just to see what's going on. And you'll see all over the track, this is exactly what's happening. The faster cars are getting held up by the slower cars for position, and then the faster cars lapping the slower cars, look, having to slam brakes on there and so on. They just can't get past. They're actually bumper to bumper, door to door there. And you think maybe the leader's got around there, maybe the leader's done it, look, round the outside, nope, has to slow down again. So this is basically what's happening all over the track. So it's allowed me with one pit stop to catch up, and then here they do the brake thing again. I wanted to stay behind, caused a little bit of a pileup behind because I tried to slow down, but I was misunderstanding the situation. It was actually their time to go into the pits. So I just stayed ahead. P1, now P2, has gone into the pits. But as you see, the car that was 20 seconds behind me through all that mess is now only 2.5 seconds behind me. As we're on lap 33, I'm following this piece of lap traffic, and this pretty much sums the problem up that the other AI cars are having. I'm trying to outbrake them on the outside. Surely the move's done. They're just lap traffic after all. Nope, they absolutely try so hard to stay ahead of me. That was absolute try-harding from the Drivatar there. I managed to get around them because they had to overslow on the exit. But that's basically what happened. And I managed to put that lapped car between me and P2. So the gap that was 20 seconds and had fallen to 2.5 seconds has gone up by the last lap to 20 seconds again because they're stuck behind that lap traffic. So it's pretty much just a guaranteed win. I pitted, P2 did not pit. And by the way, I did look into this because it's a Mazda MX-5 2013. I wasn't the fastest car on the track. As you can see, a couple of cars got slightly faster laps than me by about half a second and 1 second. But I ended up winning by default really in the end, didn't I? But I did actually go and check this out because I wanted to see if that side of things was realistic. And yeah, we can't fault that. Look, you can fill the car up with fuel and get 37 laps out of that car. So the fact it didn't pit was absolutely fine. I've not tried to make Forza look bad here. We were just trying to have a race. I'd be very interested to hear what you think in the comments below about it. I'll see you next time, and take care.